Welcome back to the Lingo Pulse Podcast. I'm Mark.
And I'm Sarah. Today we're talking about a lie that most of us have believed since we were kids.
A lie? That's a strong word, Sarah. Which one?
The lie that working harder is the only way to succeed. People are burning out, they are tired, and they are stressed, but they aren't seeing the results they want.
You're right. We see people working 14 hours a day, but they aren't actually moving forward. They're just busy.
Exactly. Today, we are going to show you how to stop working hard and start working smart. We're talking about protecting your energy like it's gold.
Sarah, I used to think that if my day was full of tasks, I was winning. But at the end of the day, I felt empty.
That's because busy is often just a form of laziness, lazy thinking. It's easy to do 100 small, useless things. It's hard to do the one big thing that actually matters.
So, lesson 1 for our listeners. Movement does not always mean progress. A rocking chair moves, but it doesn't go anywhere.
I love that. We need to stop being rocking chairs. Smart work is about finding the 20% of actions that give you 80% of your results.
Most people manage their time with calendars and clocks, but you say we should manage our energy. Why?
Because time is fixed. Everyone has 24 hours, but energy is flexible. If you have 2 hours of high energy, you can do more than in 8 hours of being tired and distracted.
That makes sense. When I'm tired, it takes me an hour just to write one email. When I'm energized, I can finish a whole project in that same hour.
Exactly. Working smart means knowing when your energy is highest and doing your hardest work then. Stop wasting your golden hours on scrolling social media or checking emails.
Here's something most people don't realize. We have energy thieves in our lives. Sarah, what are some things that silently steal our power?
Oh, there are many. Toxic people, negative news, messy workspaces, and even open loops. Tasks you started but didn't finish.
Wait, so even that messy pile of papers on my desk is stealing my energy?
Yes, your brain sees that mess and constantly thinks, I need to clean that. It's like having 50 tabs open on your computer. It slows down the whole system.
Success without peace of mind is actually failure, isn't it?
100%. If you get the promotion but you lose your health and your family's happiness, did you really win?
True success is achieving your goals without losing yourself. Smart workers set boundaries. They know when to say no.
Saying no to the wrong things is the only way to say yes to the right things.
This is just the beginning. We've identified the trap, but how do we actually build a smart system?
In the next part, we're going to talk about deep work and how to eliminate distractions forever. We'll also reveal a technique that can double your productivity in just 1 week.
You don't want to miss this. Let's move into the next phase of protecting your energy.
Welcome back to part 2. I'm Mark, and Sarah, we left the listeners with a big promise: how to double productivity in just 1 week.
It sounds like magic, but it's actually science, Mark. Most people work for 8 hours, but only focus for 1 hour. If you can fix that, you win.
So the goal isn't more hours, it's more intensity.
Exactly. Let's talk about the secret weapon of every smart achiever: deep work.
Before we get to deep work, we have to kill the biggest enemy of smart work: multitasking.
People wear multitasking like a badge of honor. They say, I'm so good at doing 5 things at once.
But the brain doesn't actually do 5 things at once, does it?
No, it doesn't. It just switches back and forth very fast. And every time you switch from an email to a phone call to a report, you lose 20% of your brain power. We call this attention residue.
So if I check my phone while working, a part of my brain is still thinking about that notification even after I put the phone down?
Exactly. You're essentially working with a fragmented brain. Smart work means doing one thing with 100% of your mind.
So how do we enter this deep work state?
You have to build a chamber for your mind. This means no phone, no notifications, and no interruptions for at least 60 to 90 minutes.
90 minutes sounds like a long time for people addicted to their phones.
It is, but that's where the twist comes in. You don't need to do this all day. If you can do just 2 sessions of deep work daily, you will achieve more than most people do in a whole week.
That's the smart work secret. 2 hours of intense focus is more powerful than 10 hours of distracted work. Sarah, you mentioned something called shadow tasks. What are those?
These are the small, annoying tasks that feel like work but don't produce anything. Checking your YouTube comments every 10 minutes, refreshing your email, or obsessing over small design details that don't matter.
I think many content creators are guilty of this.
We all are. These tasks are energy leaks. They keep your brain busy, but your bank account empty.
So the smart move is to batch these tasks.
Precisely. Give yourself 30 minutes at the end of the day to handle all the small stuff. Protect your morning for the big rocks.
To protect our energy, we also need to know when to stop. Smart workers don't just work until they collapse.
Right. Think of an athlete. They train hard, but they recover even harder. Your brain is a muscle, Mark. If you keep it running 24/7, it will eventually burn out.
Yes, you need a shutdown ritual. At the end of your workday, close your laptop, clear your desk, and tell your brain, we are done for today. This protects your peace of mind so you can actually enjoy your life. We've learned how to focus and how to eliminate the shadow tasks, but there is one final piece to this puzzle.
The final piece is about long-term sustainability. How do you keep this up for years without ever getting tired?
In part 3, we're going to talk about the unstoppable flow and how to align your work with your natural energy cycles.
We'll also share the #1 habit that keeps successful people calm in the middle of a storm.
Welcome back to the final part of our Work Smart series. I'm Mark, and I'm with Sarah.
We've discussed the trap of hard work and the power of focus. Now we are closing with the most important part: how to make this lifestyle permanent without ever burning out.
Because let's be honest, success is a marathon, not a sprint. If you run too fast in the first mile, you won't finish the race. Sarah, you often talk about natural energy cycles. How does this help us work smarter?
Every human has a biological rhythm called the circadian rhythm. Some people are morning larks, others are night owls. Smart work means you don't fight your body.
So if I'm a morning person, I shouldn't leave my hardest tasks for 9 p.m.
Exactly. Your energy is a limited resource. Spend it on your most valuable work when your brain is at its sharpest. Forcing yourself to work when you are biologically tired is hard work, but it's not smart work.
We've heard of the 80-20 rule for tasks, but how does it apply to energy protection?
Think about the people and activities in your life. Usually, 20% of your activities cause 80% of your stress.
So, if I identify those few high-stress activities and eliminate or delegate them, I save a massive amount of energy.
Yes, protecting your energy is as much about what you stop doing as it is about what you start doing. Smart workers are masters of subtraction. They cut the noise to hear the music.
You promised a secret habit that keeps successful people calm in the middle of a storm. What is it?
It's emotional detachment.
That sounds a bit cold, doesn't it?
Not at all. It doesn't mean you don't care. It means you don't let your self-worth depend on your daily results. If a video gets low views or a project fails, a smart worker thinks, that's interesting data, instead of, I am a failure.
I see. By detaching your identity from the outcome, you protect your emotional energy from the roller coaster of success and failure.
Exactly. This keeps you stable and ready for the next move.
Finally, let's talk about the flow. That feeling where time disappears and everything feels easy.
Flow is the peak of smart work. It happens when the challenge matches your skill level. To get there, you need the things we discussed: no distractions, clear goals, and total focus.
When you're in flow, you're working at 500% capacity, but it feels like 0% effort.
That is the secret to true success. It's not about grinding until you bleed. It's about aligning yourself so well that work feels like play.
We've reached the end of our series. We've covered why hard work can be a trap, how to master deep focus, and how to protect your long-term energy.
I hope our listeners realize that their energy is their most valuable currency. Don't spend it on things that don't matter.
Work smart, protect your peace, and the success will follow.
Thank you for listening to the Lingo Pulse Podcast. We believe in you.
Start today, not by doing more, but by doing what matters. Goodbye, everyone. We're back with a special bonus segment. If you've listened to parts 1, 2, and 3, you now have the theory. But knowledge without action is just a daydream.
Exactly, Mark. So for our listeners who are ready to change their lives this week, we have created the 7-Day Smart Start Challenge.
I love this. Let's give them a day-by-day roadmap to stop working hard and start working smart.
Day 1 is all about the energy audit. Take a piece of paper and track your energy every hour. When are you most awake? When do you feel like a zombie?
And day 2 is for subtraction. Find one energy thief, maybe a toxic group chat or a useless habit, and cut it out for 24 hours.
On day 3, we focus on the environment. Clean your desk, turn off all non-essential no-phone notifications, create your deep work chamber.
Now we get into the work. Day 4 is the 90-minute challenge. Set a timer for 90 minutes and do your hardest task without looking at your phone once.
You'll be shocked at how much you get done. Then, day 5 is about batching. Take all those small shadow tasks, emails, comments, DMs, and do them all in one 30-minute block at the end of the day.
Day 6 is for recovery. Practice the shutdown ritual. At 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., stop everything. No work-related thoughts allowed. Spend time with family or just rest.
On day 7, we look back. Ask yourself, how do I feel? Am I less stressed? Did I get more done?
This is where you lock in your new identity. Tell yourself, I am a smart worker. I protect my energy.
Once you believe it, you don't have to try anymore. It just becomes who you are.
That's the challenge. 7 days to a smarter, more peaceful you.
Don't wait for next month. Start day 1 tomorrow morning. You deserve to be successful without being exhausted.
Thank you for being with us through this entire series on the Lingo Pulse Podcast. We can't wait to hear your success stories in the comments.
Keep working smart, stay unstoppable, and most importantly, protect your peace. Goodbye, everyone.